Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it goes. Free your mind.
Internationally acclaimed Shimmy girls, bras, panties, and sports. The Midas Mind, sports from a moneymaker's perspective. Bras, panties, and sports. Andre Ramirez of Extreme Sports Picks, building a legacy of smooth. Bras, panties, sports. Sports, comedy, music, and more right here on Bras, Panties, and Sports. And today, the First Lady and DizzieMac are on a trip today, but they turned the studio over to our old friend Spitface, Andre Ramirez, and, of course, the Midas Mind. Midas Mind, take it away.
Each week, we try to figure out what is going on in the world of sports. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdie known as Kirk Cousins, wished he could have sprouted wings and flew away from that nightmare on Elm Street he endured playing against the New York Giants. Is the yakking about Cuz taking RG3's job over yet? Was Eli that good or Washington's defense that bad? Are there some early pretenders in the NFC East waiting to be exposed as the season moves forward? The Kansas City Chiefs, Oakland Raiders, Denver Broncos, San Diego Chargers, and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Spitface? What you saying?
Well, really, I can tell you this now. I'm sitting up here looking at the game and everything, but I was ready to if I looking at the game, I was ready to crown Eli the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL until I realized he was playing them sorry-ass Washington no-names. Now, and this ain't a slight on Eli, because you get the team that you get to play with. So you don't get to pick the team that you're going to beat their ass, but that's exactly what Eli, you look at that performance, I'm looking at that, I'm ready to throw down a 50 and a 20 and a 10 and a 5 and I'm ready to call up Andre over there at Extreme Sports Picks and tell him lay down a thou on it, but I ain't no motherfucking fool. I ain't no motherfucking fool. Now I forgot, that this is the clean show. This ain't like Bluntly Speaking. Hey, great. Check us out on Bluntly Speaking. check us out there. Now we ain't got no Shimmy Shake girls, but we got some drinks. But I'm just gonna sit up and you know. But that's all I got to say on it.
Andre, what are they saying?
Man, the public was all over this Kirk Cousin. A lot of confidence in this youngster, right? I was looking at it, it's like, no, it ain't gonna happen. So one of my biggest bets that was on the internet was we took the Giants plus the 3.5, and I actually like the money line. But you know, I took the 3.5 points, and I was like, Kirk, who? Who's this guy? And you know, I mean, he was just terrible. But the whole
Andre, you tried to say he ain't no. Andre, you tried to say he ain't no cousin of yours.
He ain't my cousin. He ain't RG3's cousin. I'm gonna have to get him some walking papers.
So run it be.
So Midas mind, what you feel, what you saying?
Well, let me back up. I was kind of on Kirk Cousins' bandwagon for a while. He looked like a pocket passer who could do what they needed to do. And RG3 looked like he was kind of still suffering from that rookie year broke leg thing he let Shanahan do to him. So I'm thinking this man has wasted his career. But I messed around and looked at that game the other night, and I realized there's one franchise quarterback in Washington, and it ain't the Cubs.
So the Midas man done threw away his. The Midas man said he ain't no cousin of him either.
That's right.
I'm gonna knock you out. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fair, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion, overpowering, over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that'll all get sliced and diced. Competition, paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out, Mama said knock you out, We are not talking about Floyd Patterson, Charles Sonny Liston, or Jimmy Ellis, because Andre wouldn't know who the fuck they are. We are talking about the walk-off single by Derek Jeter in his final home game at Yankee Stadium. Other Yankee players have records that are astronomical, but Jeter is the only Yankee whose combined leadership, versatility, and personality restored a troubled franchise to days of glory. This final play by the living legend demonstrates he is the greatest Yankee of all time. The panel is looking hard at this statement. In between those shots of cognac this morning and the orange juice, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth are asking, what you saying? Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. I'm looking at Derek Jeter. I'm going, that's a bad man. That's a bad man. And that bad man been a bad man for a long time. But the Yankees got individuals who are some bad men. They were bad men in their time. So when you got a bad man amongst the bad men, and you trying to figure out who the baddest of the bad men, it can be a bitch. It can be a bitch figuring out who the baddest of the bad men is when you're talking about the Yankees. But I will say this. Individually, there are Yankees he just could not compete with individually. Because you got, folks who, they bust this so shiny at the Hall of Fame that, you go in there and you got to throw on some shades because they be glowing. But I'm going to say that all the great legends, none of them had to deal with that troubled-ass franchise that the Yankees were, because they had lost some pride. And then he came in, the captain, the leader. He might be the greatest Yankee. He may not be the greatest position player of the Yankees, but he might be the greatest Yankee.
Yeah,
Andre Ramirez. Andre Ramirez. I know that, you know, that you don't know who the fuck Sonny Liston is, but tell us.
I know
what do you think about
is,
what do you think about Derek Jeter? Is he the greatest, or what do you think?
You know, I'm biting my mouth on my tongue on this one because on another episode I said he wasn't the greatest. I believe Derek Jeter. Man, you know, I got to give him props on the ending. That was probably the best highlight in sports I've ever seen someone pull off. The greatest. That's the best. And you know, you got players out there that can play real good, right? But then you got someone that can finesse it. And Derek Jeter actually finessed who he was. And you know, that moment right there just kind of like took my breath away. I was like, wow, I bit that one hard. You know, I'm gonna have to give props. Best of show, best of ending of career. Got to go to Derek Jeter on this one. That was the best I've ever seen.
You know, here's Andre, and you know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. And Andre is saying that, and he ain't even started drinking this mimosa yet. he ain't even started. Now I've been noticing some of them Shimmy Shake girls. You know, I've been noticing they've been having an eye on Andre. And ladies, we don't want to get the brother in no trouble. Because I don't want this old lady coming up here in the studio. Now, you know we got policies up here. Don't be looking at me like that, because I know how y'all are. Andre, watch them. Them Shimmy Shake girls, they've been around with their little devious asses. But, you know, we got Midas. You know, I like that Midas man. I like that Midas man. You know, I would like the Midas man, even if he didn't have that American Express card.
Big face. You know, I said before that Derek Jeter couldn't stand with, you know, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and, you know, Mickey Mantle. But I got to looking at it after he had that walk-off hit the other night. And I started looking up some of his numbers, and yeah, his numbers were a little low. But none of those guys had to do their numbers while dating the bad list of women Derek Jeter dated. The man was I'm talking about a list of bad girls that I didn't even realize included Gabrielle Union, Jennifer Beals, Jessica Alba. Ooh-wee. How can you keep your strength up? And then get a walk-off home run? They say the pitcher grooved him once, Spitface. They said the pitcher grooved the ball so he could get the walk-off hit. The only person that I see grooving over their career with that list of women is Derek Jeter. I think he might be the greatest Yankee of all time.
All right, y'all. Now, it looks like it's, I think I'm going to have to turn it on over to Ronnie B, because I see that little flapping motherfucker. Get that goddamn water up off of me. Get that water. Yeah, let me turn this on back over here to Ronnie B here. Because like I said, I'm sitting over here getting all wet and stuff on my new suit. This motherfucking wrinchy cost me something, and he's flapping around here. So I guess it's time for what they call it, flip it. Let's see.
And we don't flipper live in a world full
All right, it's time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. The Thunder had a player who we now know as the Bearded One, a.k.a. James Harden. Much to the dismay of the Thunder, they had to find a way to let him go and get something because the Bearded One wanted max money to keep his beard neat and trimmed. With two superstars on the roster, a max was not going to happen. Fast forward, the Thunder has a top player, Reggie Jackson, and I ain't talking about the Yankee, who could demand a max deal. Panel defend. If the Thunder had found a way to keep Harden, they would have won a championship. Keep Reggie Jackson. Find a way to make the max deal. Don't let him get away. Midas mind, defend.
Running D, we've seen this probably 5 or 6 or 7 other times. A young team goes in, they get the opportunity to work their way up. They bring on the perfect sixth man, like James Harden or Reggie Jackson in this case. They get all the way to the finals, but they don't quite get through. The next thing you know, the rest of the league is picking at their players. They let the wrong player go. And suddenly, a team that you saw could have went to maybe 4 or 5 finals out of a 10-year period never, ever gets back. The Oklahoma Thunder have another chance. Seldom do teams get another chance, and especially teams from Oklahoma when, players trying to get out of there. I think they better do what they need to do to make this max deal happen for Reggie Jackson. He's already showed them he can replace much of what Harden was bringing. And unlike Harden, he showed up heavier in the playoffs than he did in the regular season. Oklahoma better get this one done and go get them a championship while they got the power with them.
Midas mind, I am your father. The Force. All right, you heard the defense from Midas mind. Andre, if the Thunder had found a way to keep Harden, they would have won a championship. Keep Reggie Jackson. Find a way to make the max deal. Don't let him get away. Defend.
I remember this incident. James Harden, is I consider probably the second best shooter in the league. They could have won actually the championship. They would have kept them, and keeping Jackson. And I could see Jackson. Keep him on more on the bench, and just keep Harden there, and things would have been all right. And his, Jackson's numbers would have been so high. Now you're at a point where Jackson is actually putting up 1 point a game. He got 4.1 assists. Plays very well with Westbrook. And now I think the situation you have now, since he did pull off a really good in the playoffs, he's actually worth something. And of course, they're getting greedy. We need more money. But the thing is this: when it all boils down to, the agent says it's all about the Benjamins. And Jackson is not. He's a well-balanced player that has very good defense and good offense. So when you're saying that you can establish players around him who are well-balanced, he's a really good keeper. You're going to have to keep him, because if you lose this guy, the team breaks, and you're not going to make it to the playoffs. So I'm going to say I have to go with, you're going to have to make a decision. Try to, you can go easy and say, hey, we don't have enough money. We want to buy some more players so we can have a dream team like Miami did. Would you consider, this amount? And I think they can work something through where they can build another dream team.
Okay, you heard the defense from Midas Mind and Andre Ramirez. But you know you can't count on what they just said because they will flip the script on you and you won't know where they coming from. We're asking the panel to defend. Keeping the bearded one would have been a big waste since his beard shrinks faster when under playoff pressure. A max deal for Reggie Jackson would hurt the team more than help get to the NBA Finals. Let him go. Midas Mind, defend.
You got to let him go, Ronnie B. What you doing? If you didn't keep James Harden, you can't keep little Reggie. James out there stroking, for real. I mean, he coming in and making a difference like pow every night. When he comes off, when you went into the stadium in Oklahoma, I didn't see as many Durant jerseys and Westbrook jerseys as I saw fake beards. Everybody knew where the rain was falling from. Not quite the same thing with Reggie Jackson. He just borrowed a baseball player's name. What you got to do is figure out how to make sure you keep the base of that team there. As long as you have the base of that team, what they're showing you is they can make any six-man that's pretty good think that he can run a team. And if James Harden is down in Houston and he can't run one, what you think about a guy still in the old baseball player's name? Come on now.
All right, you heard the Midas Mind. You calling the man a name thief. You know. Well, let's hear the defense from Andre. Let Reggie Jackson go. Andre defend.
You know, when I look at that situation, you know, when James Harden came, you know, the beard, you know, that was like the main thing. You know, he had the cool beard, and everybody started getting this beard. Even baseball players started jocking and stuff. Was it that guy? Was it Wilson? Oh, what's the baseball player from the Dodgers, the pitcher? And I go, man, this beard is cool. I'm not growing me a beard, you know. And he had the show. You know, James Harden. When you go back and you look at it, you know, this guy had an excellent offensive game. Then he had, you know, swag. And that's what draws the sales. It's you know, they want to see, like Michael Jordan, you know, they want somebody different. And Reggie, you know, when James Harden, you know, when he got canned because, not for one reason, for the main reason that he wanted too much money and he's a one-sided player. You know, he's good on offense, but can't walk the defense too good. And, you know, he brings his young talent. They bring the young talent in there, Reggie, you know, hey, I can make a difference, man. I can make a difference. Steps up to the court, and he goes, but they're giving him the ball. Of course you're going to score 13 points in the whole game. You know, it's just, but when you look at, I want more money, as a coach, I'm going to say, you know, look at some free agents popping up. You know, Walker, got a bunch of other guys who've been in the league a lot more, you know, who's been around the block. And that's what counts, you know. So I can say, you know what? I can get some good value out of this guy. I think I can sell this guy for more money and get me 3 other stars. And that's what I would do. You know, I'm going to trade you. I'm going to give you 3 other really good basketball players. And, you know, I got a good team. You know, Reggie, but you go fly your wings somewhere else like Harden did. Go pull that card. Go ahead and pull that card.
Ooh. As we learned, you don't negotiate with Andre from Extreme Sports Picks. that boy will stare down Kenny Rogers in a poker game. All right, great defense on both sides from our panel. Andre, take us to break.
All right, we're going to break.
There's that part called Stay Tuned coming up next. We have a performance from Frank Wright.
Stay tuned coming up next. We have a performance from Frankie Wright on the first part of Shout Out.
Free Mr. Vaughn.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. Midas Mind, take it away.
Thank you, Andre. On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we'll give the track a shout out. If we don't like what we hear, we'll have to hit the mute. Today we're featuring music from Frank Wright out of Chicago with his new album, Said I Could Do It. The first track we're playing is Top of the World.
Yeah. Frank Wright. Yo, I told you once before I wasn't gonna stop till I get to the top. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm on a world tour, cause I never quit. You on the Jersey Shore, man, you want some stupid shit. If I can't do it, homie, it just can't be done. You barely third place, fool, I'm always number one. I'ma grind till I die every day and night. If the world don't let me in, I'm staying right here and fight. I've been longer waiting, I knew my time was near. I knew this day was coming, and now it's finally here. I'm here to take what's mine, and there's no looking back. I'm gonna take the world and put her on my back. I'ma do it till my last breath. I'm gonna take what I can until there's nothing left. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me. Losing's not an option. No, I'm not here to play. I got my mind on my money, so don't stand in my way. I do what I do, cause I do what I want. But you do what you can, so I do what you don't. Yeah, I'm sick as hell, cause I'm cold as ice. Baby, come and be my pill so I can take you twice. With girls like you, baby, it's hard to choose. With a man like me, yeah, it's hard to lose. I can go on hard, yeah, I can go all night. I can do no wrong that makes me Mr. Right. I'ma do it till my last breath. I'm gonna take what I can until there's nothing left. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me. On top of the world is where I need to be. The journey's been long, but it's clear to see. This is exactly how it was meant to be. Living the life how it was meant for me.
All right. That was Top of the World by Frank Wright. Andre, did it appeal to you? Is that getting a shout out? Or tell me what you think. Is that mute button in order?
Well, Frank Wright, he's on top of something, but I don't know if it's on top of the world. You know? Not like he's on top of the car, you know, singing through a cell phone. But I gotta give the guy some credit for coming out there and putting some beats together and trying to make something. You know, live the dream. That's what I say. Live the dream. And but the top of the world. You know, I like that. I thought he was thinking about me. So
look out now.
I think you're talking about me. I'm have to tell you. I have to give a shout out because I felt that he was talking about me. This song was meant for me. So Frankie, shout out because that song was dedicated to me.
We got Andre of Extreme Sports Picks with a shout out to Frank Wright. Spitface, I know you'll tell me the truth. What you thinking?
You know them Shimmy Shake girls fine as a mother. They is fine. We talking about the top of the world.
Yeah, the music, man.
I don't know if the brother was trying to make a song about Andre Ramirez or not, but I'm gonna give him a yo.
All right. So Frank Wright has gotten 2 shout-outs to the top of the world.
I gave him a yo.
Oh. A shout-out and a yo. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. I'm gonna have to give Frank a shout-out too. I'm gonna give Frank a shout-out. I don't know if it could have sounded a little better for me, but he was sounding like he had some confidence and he was gonna keep on grinding until he got it done. And if that's the main theme of it, that seems like who Andre is, the way he picking, and that shows what I'm trying to be. So I'm going to have to give Frank Wright a shout-out. So Frank's doing all right. We will hear some more from Frank Wright in part 2 of shout-out. But for right now, is that the sound of my favorite underwater friend? Is it time for Flip It?
Time for Flip It. Where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Warren Sapp was a great player, and the Hall of Fame is proof enough. There are some who are comparing Ndamukong Suh to Warren Sapp. We asked the panel to defend. Ndamukong Suh has proven his talents will have him succeed or exceed the playmaking of Warren Sapp. The comparison is more than appropriate. Andre, defend.
Man, Ndamukong Suh, man, he really proved as a rookie, you know, with 10 sacks, 66 tackles as a rookie. He's young. Got a lot of years with the team. The Lions are actually second in stopping the rush, 63 yards a game. Got to give this kid some credit. He actually can hold the line, and that's I don't know too much, really not much about him, but I know the basics on him, and give him a couple more years, and he might break the record.
We heard the defense from Andre. Midas mine over in that bank room. Defend.
Ronnie B. and Ndamukong Suh is about as hard as his name is to pronounce. He's going to be every bit as good as Warren Sapp. Now, realize Warren Sapp was out there working on 12, 13 years, so it's just really, in 4 years plus 3 games. But that man already has 28 and a half sacks, 1 scoop for a TD, and I think in 2010 he was Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year for the league. And think about this. Now, he's 4 years and 3 games into his pro career. This man already been to 3 Pro Bowls, first teammate. Warren Sapp's in trouble. He's a Hall of Famer. But Suh is hot on his heels.
Okay, we heard the defense from Andre and from the Midas mind, but you don't get too caught up. You don't know where they go come from, because this is Flip It, and we're about to do that. We asked the panel to defend. What have you been smoking? Comparing Ndamukong Suh to Warren Sapp is ridiculous. Warren had a multi-dimensional impact on the game. Suh is top dog at his position, but his impact on the defense and the outcome of the game, forget about it. No comparison. Andre, defend.
Ndamukong Suh, even though he had that rookie, that blowout, what happened after the 3 seasons? What, 18.5 sacks in 3 seasons? Are you serious? That's it? Man, I heard something about Warren Sapp. He was on the air. He compared the Suh guy to a blind dog in the meat house. And you look at the stats, what, Suh just got 1 sack this year. That's it. That's it. Shoot, I can give a sack. Don't try to compare with Warren Sapp. You're in a different league, buddy.
Well, you heard the defense from Andre. Midas, man, you don't have to hold the money so tight. The Shimmy Shea girls will not grab any of it. They're into diamonds. Midas, man, defend.
Ndamukong Suh is a good young player. 4 years, 3 games. About 70% of that impact came when he was a rookie, just like Andre said. And we're comparing him to Warren Sapp, true Hall of Famer. 12 years, 96.5 sacks, 4 interceptions, 1 TD return, 19 forced fumbles, 4 targets on offense, can you feel me? 4 catches, and out of those 4 catches, 2 touchdowns. One of those catches, there's a big boy now. There's a big boy. Listen to me. 1 catch went for 18 yards into the end zone. Big boy rolling. You can't do that. What are we thinking about? What are we smoking?
All right, y'all might have to join Bluntly Speaking with Spitface and Old School. All right, you heard the defense on Flip It this week. Let's Andre, take us to break.
Well, stay tuned, and we'll be right back with more bras, panties, and sports, and the funny.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. I'm here with Andre Ramirez of Extreme Sports Picks, the Midas Mind, Joe Miller. Don't forget to check him out on Your Prosperity Insights daily on Old Grumpy Radio and Old Grumpy New York. And, of course, we have the Shimmy Shake Girls. It's time for the funny spit face. Over to you.
I've been sitting there anxious, just sitting there. I'm a real Midas Mind. Midas Mind, you still there, Midas Mind?
Yes, sir. I'm here with you.
Midas Mind, I'm going to tell you something. I was so excited that old Grumpy told me that I could be on the show today, hanging out with you in the back room, because I like a man with some cash. See, I go back to the day, back in, see, a lot of people don't know that the Midas man grew up in Chi-Town. Now, for those of y'all who ignorant, Chi-Town is Chicago. And I grew up in Chicago, too, and we used to ride the same bus. We used to, that old-ass 63rd Street bus.
Oh, that is.
We was on the same, but I want to ask Midas Mind this. Don't the First Lady have some great perfume?
Man, the First Lady is the real deal.
I can smell her perfume 2 blocks away, and I hone on in. I'm just like a bee looking for some honey. But right now we gonna get on over to the funnies, and come and get your pot, please. The Dover Township, Pennsylvania police always wants to make sure that lost or stolen merchandise is returned to the lawful owners. As it turns out, the police discovered a large batch of marijuana plants growing on public land. Ooh-wee. The police have been trying desperately to contact the owners to let them know they have recovered their beloved marijuana plants. They have tweeted and Facebook and Instagram to no avail. So as a public service announcement, if you are in need to grow and you have proof these are your marijuana plants, please contact the Dover Township Police. Have a good day.
Whoa.
Now, if you missing your marijuana plant, go ahead and get a Dover Township Police a call. They got something for you. They got something for you. All right, y'all. Now, Midas Man, I'm going to turn it over to you because it's that segment of the show, but I do have the info from the Maxter and from the First Lady. Rolling.
All right then. We got some big time picks coming up this week. And so before we ever go any place, I want to check in with Andre to see if we were looking at the Packers and the Bears, what we looking like. Remember?
Oh man, that's my NFL offshore game of the year. That's actually a $35 play I have on the internet. But I can give it absolutely free because I made a killing already. I'm running. I know though, Amy, I'm actually running with the Packers on this one. I think James Nelson's going to have his another breakout game. Chicago's a very good team, and we did see him in action and how they can perform. But the difference in this game is that the Bears their defense are the ones that put up the points, and in this case, Green Bay's offering off a new defense, and they're a lot better than last year, and their offense is just explosive, and I see some problems with Chicago, especially with their run game with Forte. He's not producing. He's not as good in the run game. So more likely, when this game is played, we can expect Cutler to probably double foot again. He usually double foots when he plays the better teams. Double foot when he starts to panic. He has to release the ball a lot quicker, and this is where he's going to probably have some problems. And I like.
So you got the Pack in this game, Andre.
Yes. Definitely.
Rolling with the Pack. Okay. All right. Spitface, let me know what DizzieMac was thinking about.
I got the Dizzy, the Maxter saying that he got his Bears number 34 Bearskin rug on, and he going with the Bears. And
that's what I'm talking about.
And the First Lady say that even though Aaron Rodgers a bad man, she gonna go with the Bears too.
Ooh, First Lady too. And guess what? I'm not picking against the Bears for the rest of the year. I see them receivers out there. Jay Cutler finally hitting them. Andre, you better not take my money this time. This is the one time I hope you're wrong, because I'm going to roll with the Bears. Andre, come right back with the Bills versus the Texans.
This is going to be a really close game, really low key. The Texans are dealing with a lot of injuries, especially with Aaron Foster possibly going to be out of the game. So they're going to be struggling on with the run game, and that's the majority of what they do. The Bills, Eli Manning has been flashy, but I still think that the Texans will pull a close win, and I'm going to roll with Texans on this one.
Wow, that's a little bit of an upset, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got Andre down for the Texans.
We got the First Lady and DizzieMac. The First Lady is going with them there Texans. And DizzieMac is going with them there Bills.
DizzieMac with the Bills. I got to tell you, I have to agree with DizzieMac. The Bills are the Bills, and you can't imagine seeing them continue to win, but they continue to win. And Andre, you're a gambler now. Why in the world do you stop betting on 6 and 8 when they keep coming up 6 and 8? Joe Midas' mind is going to go where the money been hitting. I'm going to have to roll with the Bills. Andre, here's a game that I think is a lot harder, and you tell me if the sports books think it is even closer. But the Panthers versus the Ravens, is that a tight spread?
Yeah, they're only giving the Ravens, 3 points as a favorite. The key thing is that, the Ravens are also beat up as well, with the running backs, out of the game. Their third string is not too bad. You can actually run and put up the rushing yards. I expect to be a very close game. I like the Ravens at home with the loud fans, and I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one.
I can understand why Dre would make that move. I can get that being the savvy-minded gambler that he be. But DizzieMac and First Lady are trying. Both of them are going with them their Ravens. And did Andre actually say beat them up? For some reason, Dre, anything with beat and it's the Ravens, you might want to leave it.
All right, so that means that with me, we got the whole panel now calling for the Ravens to go out and get they got the Ravens getting it by 3. Now, that's really dangerous. Next game is the Detroit Lions versus the New York Jets. Andre of Extreme Sports Picks.
Here's a good one. The public is all over Detroit to take this win. But one thing you got to look at, the Lions got a weak secondary. Quarterback Matt Stafford, he needs more time to get rid of the ball than Jay Cutler of Chicago. The Jets put a lot of heat on Cutler, but couldn't, wrap him up. The Chicago offense just scored 13 points versus the Jets defense. But the key thing is that the Lions are hitting the road for a non-conference game coming off a big win versus divisional rivals. Green Bay isn't a textbook let spot. They're employing the New Orleans Saints offensive system with new offensive coordinator Joe Lombardi. The Jets beat New Orleans on the field last season, and the New Orleans defense coordinator is the brother of the Jets head coach. The home side will have the right game play, be involved more running the ball. What happens against Chicago following their 0-4 deficit? That's pretty much Jets. I got them blowing 29-16.
Whoa. Very nice. Very nice. So, Andre, with the Jets, Spitface, what is the First Lady thing?
Well, the First Lady is going with them their Lions. And DizzieMac, he's going with Gino and the Jets. He wear a mohair suit. Gino and the Jets.
You know what? I'm going to have to roll with the First Lady. I'm going to roll with the Lions because I looked at Gino last week and I believe if they give Gino just a little bit of pressure, he may give a few extra possessions. And I don't want to be accused of just following Andre around on all my sports picks. You know, the First Lady can be heavy-handed and her backhand leaves marks. So, Andre, the Eagles versus the 49ers.
Man, this is a very, very tough game. It's going to come down to the wire. Straight down to the wire. You got the Eagles, got probably the hottest offense right now. McCoy's, everybody's hot. The team is hot. But they're going on the road, and you got what's called jet lag. And jet lag, especially when you're going way across the other side, you're losing time. And this is really hard on the teams, especially with this jet lag. You have to give it to the home team of the 49ers to pull the win, but to lay the money, I wouldn't touch this game. I actually like the money from. I can a lot.
We got a game you scared of, huh?
Yeah, I'm scared of that game.
So without laying money, who you rolling with the 49ers?
I have to roll with the 49ers for the money, and I should be able to pull the win.
Okay. So Andre with the 49ers. Spitface, are you still over there?
I'm just sitting over here playing with Nicole, but the Shimmy stuff is fine.
Leave that girl alone.
Well, Tiffany looking kind of cute over there. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah. After the show. Now, the First Lady, she going with the. Now you know her homie, Frank Gore. You know she was gonna go with the 49ers. And DizzieMac is he rolling with the 49ers?
Well, I tell you what, I think that's three smart picks, and it ain't no sense in us all being on one side. But I'm a cowbear, and I don't want to see the Eagles win nothing. I'm rolling with the 49ers too. The upset game of the week is a team we choose that is a serious, serious underdog. Nothing thin, a real underdog win. Now, we get 2 extra points if we win that upset game of the week. So that goes right on top of our total. If we lose that game of the week, 2 points comes off our total. So, let me ask you, Spitface, who did the First Lady have as her upset game of the week?
Well, the First Lady that went out on the skinny branches.
Uh-oh.
She out there, it's thin out there. She going with the Chiefs over the Patriots.
Whoa.
As her upset pick. And DizzieMac, I think DizzieMac, he might have found a skinnier limb than her.
Huh?
You say skinnier than that. Tampa Bay over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Woo!
They on that tip of the skinny branch.
Okay, Andre, I said that this had to be a real underdog play, but I didn't say get ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because they got all ran over the other day. But Steelers don't have it. They're having quarterback issues. I'm gonna have to agree with the upset at home. I do like the Kansas City Chiefs to upset the Patriots.
Wow! That's a shocker.
Andre over there on that skinny limb.
Yeah.
Glad he ain't got a fat butt.
I'm about to ask him, Spitface, is he smoking that skinny limb?
Andre over there. Andre, one of them Slim Brothers and stuff. Hey, my mama would say we need to put a little meat on his bones. Get him a turkey leg and some dressing. You been eating that tofu and them bean sprouts, boy. Get you on up to Chicago. Get you some Polish, some ribs, and, something that'll stick to you. So some of that pizza and stuff, man. We gonna fatten you up. We gonna fatten you up, Dre.
Get you a Polish sausage.
Yeah, we're going to fatten Dre up. He over there all skinny and stuff. Man, brother might get blown away with the wind.
All right. Well, my other pick of the week is going to be for the Dallas Cowboys to punch the New Orleans Saints in the nose and keep it rolling. I think we can ground the ball out against New Orleans. I don't think they can stop the run, and we can keep Drew Brees off the field. That's game. The Cowboys got him here in Arlington, so we ought to punch him in the throat and keep it moving.
How about them cowboys?
Come on now.
Now, on the other side of the break, we have another performance from Frank Wright on Shout Out. Please stay tuned.
Credit card debt was kicking my butt. Filing for bankruptcy was not for me. I spoke with those debt consolidation people who only wanted me to keep the debt I had for what seemed like a century. A friend said, "Your debt destroyed." I said, "What?" They said, "Your debt destroyed." They said, "Contact Sharon at Your Debt Destroyed and let her team of experts eliminate your debt while building up your credit worthiness." I contacted Sharon, and she put her team to work to destroy my debt with a plan that was easy to follow and gave me and my family peace of mind. Don't consolidate your debt, eliminate your debt. Contact Sharon at yourdebtdestroyed.com or call her at 888-431-2829, extension 2.
You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. Sports, it's time for Shout Out Part 2. What are you saying? The finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out.
We have another performance from Frank Wright with his album, Said I Couldn't Do It. Let's hear the track, Thinking About You.
If you only knew, nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights, thinking about you, thinking about you.
Every day I wake up, wishing you were still here, wishing you were still near, wishing you were still mine. Would've locked you down, but I figured that I had time. Hoping you would stick around, I must been out my damn mind. And now you're gone, and baby, now it's clear to see. I wanted to control the world, you just wanna be with me. Caught up in the road to riches, sacrificed many things. Aiming for that better life, you just wanna get that ring. Every time I close my eyes, I can still see your smile. My life with you, baby, it was worthwhile. Now all that's left, memories of a better day. How did it come to this? There must have been a better way. I still think of all the good times we had. Ready for the pitch every time that I would come to bat. All the crazy shit I did, but still you couldn't stay mad. Living proof that true love is what we had. Yeah.
Nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights, thinking about you. If you only knew, nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights, thinking about you, thinking about you, thinking about you.
Every day I wake up, hoping it was all a dream, hoping that you never left, hoping you're still in my bed, still can't believe you're gone. Never thought this day would come, never thought I'd be this strong, never thought it hurt this long. The thought of you hanging with someone else, the fact that I can no longer make you melt. It's a low blow, yeah, right below the belt. Win or lose, you should always play the cards you dealt. Our lives will never quite be the same. I lost my love and I only have me to blame. Thinking what I could have done only drives me insane. All the years of joy and now all I know is pain. You and I were never really meant to be. A lifetime was never really guaranteed. If I could turn back, I wouldn't change a damn thing. Even if it hurts to say that you're the one that got away. Yeah.
Nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights, thinking about you. If you
really haven't stopped stressing. We live and learn, and baby, this is life's lesson. Yeah, you were someone else, even if I've been replaced. Even if it's not the same, I won't let us go down in vain. Love is blind, and girl, it's a known fact. I gave you all I had to give, baby, I had nothing back. But then you changed, and suddenly you went off track. You broke my heart, and you left me picking up the scraps. Began as friends, but turned out to be great lovers. Someone like you, baby, there is no other. Never had a dull moment, yeah, we were super bad. Sucks that I had to lose to realize just what I had. Never thought I'd meet someone as bad as I need you. Always just me, myself, and I, baby, who knew? A lone wolf would suddenly become two, but nothing lasts forever. The one thing that stands true. Yeah.
Nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights thinking about you. If you only knew. Nothing quite feels right. Days turn into lonely nights thinking about you. Thinking about you. Thinking about you.
All right. I was thinking about you. Is it getting a shout out? We're going to have to hit the mute button, Andre.
Well, she was saying she was thinking about me.
Every song pertains to you.
It felt like she was just, serenading me. I'm going to have to give a shout out to the lovely lady.
All right, it was nice. One shout out. Spitface. Did it tinkle your fancy?
I gotta dispute something with Andre. I think she was thinking about me. I think she was thinking about me, brother. But I gotta say, I will say I like how Frank Wright put that together. But dude, that young lady's smoking. She is smoking. My man, I gotta find out who she is, because she was smoking it. But I'm definitely giving the track a shout out. And baby, keep thinking about me. Don't be worried about Andre. Don't be worried about Andre. Just keep thinking about me, baby.
That's 2 shout outs from the panel of 3 this week. And let's make it 3 for 3. I'm not even worried about the young lady. I'm voting like First Lady was here. And I know First Lady would look at this and go, a rapper appreciating what a woman could do for him. And then, of course, he did have that silky little sweet voice saying she was thinking back. So that's 3 shout-outs. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to...
Well, I think before you jump ahead, Midas, don't we get to give a little shout-out to Frank Wright?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the end of shout-out, of course. And if you like what you heard from Frank Wright, hit him up at frankwright.com. That is Frank, RIGHT.com. What you saying? The boss speaks. If it is one thing I learned when the boss speaks, it is usually time to listen. Morris Claiborne heard and didn't like what his boss Jerry Jones was saying. He was demoted, and he threw his own version of a temper tantrum. Do you think the boss was right? Boss Hall, Al Capone, Vito Corleone, and Bruce Springsteen are asking, what you saying? Spitface. What was Morris Claiborne talking about?
I think Maurice Claiborne better get his ass together before they before they mess around and send him to Tampa Bay or something. This fool gonna sit up there and mess around and he making all this money and stuff. He gonna get an attitude like he owned the team, like he running something, and all he done is be a buster for 2 seasons. They gonna trade up in the draft. They traded up, gave away pick. They could have had them a real player. And who do they get? They get more. Yeah. You get demoted to, and then you go throw a temper tantrum like you some kind of sissy.
Run outside.
So I ain't gonna show up for practice. Who do you think you are? You know, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Midas, man, Andre. The other day, a young talent had his ass on his shoulders. He was smelling himself. He gonna go up to old Grumpy. He gonna go up to old Grumpy and say, "I demand." Old Grumpy just looked at him and said, "You better take that demand back to your mama, because that's the only person who's going to listen to you."
Look out.
As he said, I can pick up this phone and have 10 more of you on right now. As a matter of fact, bye.
Easy.
The boss is right when the boss is wrong. But this time, Jerry Jones got it right.
Andre, what you saying?
Morris Claiborne, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Man, you've been pitching injuries for the last 3 years, and all of a sudden, you're the superstar. You know, if you can't play the game, go coach Pee Wee. Ooh. Remember, Orlando Standard.
Don't be messing up them Pee Wee players with a Pee Wee coach.
We need a Pee Wee coach down over here, high school coach down here in Mendota, because our coaches got busted for insurance fraud.
Oh,
we need a new coach over here.
Well, I gotta say, Andre, I probably agree with you. Morris Claiborne signed a contract 2 years ago for $16.4 million over 4 years, but dig it, $10.3 million of that money was guaranteed signing bonus. The Cowboys moved up 2 spots just to get this guy. Gave away picks. If they hadn't done that, Alshon Jeffries could be in Dallas right now. Instead, they got a guy who's been a bust for 2 years. He made 1 pick at the end of last game, and he thought that was going to keep Orlando Scandridge sitting behind him, even though he's off the injured list. Right to him, the feature, maybe we gave him too much upfront money, but yeah, he made a fool out of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go, it's time to find out what did we miss this week. Spit face, what surprised you?
Well, this week, I definitely missed Derek Jeter with that lead off. I wish I had saw that, but I also missed the news that Rondo had surgery. That's right, Rondo over there at Boston Celtics had surgery on his broken hand, and it's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow. They can't get a break. But they don't need a break. Andre, what did you miss this week?
I missed the Kansas City Royals being the White Sox.
You gonna rub that with it, okay?
All right. Let me tell you, I got up this morning and missed the fact that there had been a hearing. It seems that the young lady from Oklahoma who was suing Jerry Jones had a hearing with Jerry's attorneys yesterday. And Jerry's attorneys did not come out pleading not guilty. Instead, they said, the statute of limitations has passed. It's been 5 years since I did that. What are we talking about? Ouch. This is Midas mine. missed my money-making pick this week. Andre, where's my money-making pick?
Well, for this week, we got to make some money. My biggest game.
I almost forgot, and then I realized my pockets were going to be thinner. Come on with it.
Well, I told you you should have rolled with the punches. I told you to lay the money. I had the two biggest games in my career.
Wait. In fact, you hit both of the big money picks last week, did you?
No, the big money pick I hit last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You hit both. You gave us two and hit them both, right?
Yeah.
So what do we
I said lay 10 grand down, call the Chicago Bulls, you got the monsters there.
Well, that would be called take us out of here, Midas Man.
All right. This is the Midas Mind filling in for Cheryl, the First Lady Smith, and you have been listening to Brides, Panties and